Mhm, mhm. Good morning, guys, and welcome back to TTSMC Trader. How are you all? Hope everyone is good. I don't have any pre-market analysis for today's market. Of course, I'm bullish, so I'll see if I can find any buying opportunity, either any of these three line over here. That's all about today's pre-market analysis, not bearish. I mean, no specific expectation. But before going furthermore, please let me know if you guys can hear me. Everything is good. You can hear me. Technical issues, if there is any technical issues. Good morning, Shuzivan. Thanks, brother, for being over here. Vin, good morning. Danchu, good morning. Suzivan, sound is good. Thank you so much, brother, for confirming. And please don't forget to push the like button, okay? However, I came around the PM session yesterday to finish my daily recap. Unfortunately, there was a load shedding, so I was not able to finish the recap. I would love to cover a bit around here and here within 13 minutes before the market open. Now, I really don't know how you guys are seeing the market, but I'm showing the market something depending on a lot of expectation, a lot of theory, lot of easy things. So to me, when I told you yesterday that this market is coming here to this gap, exactly to the low, I don't know it will trade the low, it will trade the 50%, it will trade the high. I don't know, but the target for yesterday's market was over here until this gap. So I think this is something you should appreciate, right? Because I didn't say it will stop here, I didn't say it will come over here. I just simply say the target is until this gap, and exactly this market came here. Now when it come here, of course I'll start to look for sell from there, right? If I have the time. From here to here, this is the market, this was the market for yesterday. And you will say how it has worked over here. Everything is in front of you. I have outlined everything before it happened. So nothing hindsight, no nothing, like no confusion, nothing. So hope this will give you some confidence to read the market in a very nice way with the wizard. I wish you will get more confidence when you are going to read the market. You don't need to be agree with me, like I'm not 100% right, you are not 100% right, nobody is 100% right, but still I think I'm providing you some such information. They're really important, and if you focus over there, I hope you will get a lot of confidence to find the bias in a right way. So if we are bullish and you are seeing this market is falling at the beginning, you're not going to get panic. Oh man, it's bearish, it's bearish, it's bearish. You're going to wait with me, and then we'll see this beautiful run over here. However, going back to 1 minute chart, around the morning session, we have talked about a lot of trades over here. So I'm not going to cover all of them. Instead, to just focus over here on the PM session. Just remember, I wanted to see this market will take this line and it will touch the low of this specific fair value gap. Again, I don't know it will come over here, it will come over here. I don't know that. When it will touch this low, I'm done for the day. At least done for the bullishness. Here you can see the PM session. What did it happen? First, around the lunch hour, this is the lunch hour time, market actually fall or retrace over here. After retracing, market came here, took these highs, relatively equal highs. After clearing this relatively equal highs, maybe you have some sort of uh, bearish gap over here from 15-minute chart, hourly chart. I don't know what do you have around that area, but I'm not interested to see this market is going to stop over here. I'm really interested to see, can it go through this and touch this line, which is the buy side liquidity, and finally come to this specific fair value gap. If we do that, I'm more than happy to be profitable in this market by looking for the buy. Okay, around PM session. To me, the PM session starts around 12:50. So I'm going to mark a line over there. This is the 12:50. Around 12:50, I'm allowed to go for any kind of trade over there. So what happened over here? Market is already in the premium. I'm not able to take any sort of entries around that area. So what happened? This market fall one more time after clearing all of this buy side liquidity here by this line. Market fall after coming here. it has built relatively equal lows. You see here, this low and that low, they are exactly the relatively equal lows that has been cleared one more time over here. I was watching this market. After clearing this liquidity, beautiful market structure shift. However, you would love to see that. A beautiful market structure shift, a beautiful fair value gap, which is the entry gap, which is over here, breakaway gap, which is over there, target is this line and that line. So I'm interested to see, can it give me the immediate reaction within 3 candle or 5 candle? Can it come to this specific gap? One, two, three. By the third candle, it came to this gap over here. What I'm at first, my bias is bullish. So I'm not interested to take any sort of sell. I'm interested to take the buy. Stop loss below this low here. Target is this line. With clearing some liquidity, I'll just hold my trade. I'm sorry, after clearing some partial, I'll try to hold the trade until this line over here, which is the low of this bearish fair value gap from the 15-minute chart. So when the market came here around that area, I'm down for the bullishness. Now I'm interested to look for the bearishness only. Okay, I'm going to believe that this last gap is going to give me at least the reaction. If it give me the reversal like the way it has fallen, I'm really happy if it happens like that way. Even if it doesn't happen, I'm more interested to see some sort of reaction to happen from there. So as you can see here, this market when came inside this gap, it is bullish. So there is no selling opportunity. You can simply see that there is simply not even a single selling opportunity. Then market fall, went higher again and took this high, gave me this beautiful market structure shape. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the fair value gap over here. You see there is no fair value gap. So I'm not allowed to take any kind of trade over here. This market go higher again and build this relatively equal highs. Didn't clear the liquidity, gave me another market structure shift over here. Am I allowed to take this sell? 100% no. Why? Because this market is not clearing the liquidity. At the beginning, it has cleared the liquidity, then give me the market structure shift. There was no fair value gap. If there was a fair value gap, I could go for the sell from that area. As the market didn't give me the fair value gap, and instead of that, it has built the buy side liquidity again. See here, relatively equal highs. I'm not allowed to take any sort of sell over here by the market structure shift. If I go over here, okay, for the sake of this conversation, even if I go for this trade over here by putting my stop loss above this high, which is just 23 handle, see, just 23 handle, it has provided you nearly 44 handle. At least you will get the partial, right? 23 handle, 44 handle move. At least you will get some partial over here. I believe so. But still, I'm not going to say this is a beautiful setup over here. I wanted to talk about here actually, but unfortunately, there was the load shedding, so I was not able to cover this one. Again, some of you can say that, oh brother, anyone can pick this as an hindsight. I hate hindsight to be honest. But even if I go with this, see, this is a winning trade. This is a profitable trade, not a losing trade. But it is not a valid trade to me. So if I was there actually, so I was going to say that, man, wait for this market to take this buy side liquidity, but market didn't give me the opportunity. Sorry, the electricity didn't give me the opportunity, so I was just closed before it happened. Here, I wanted to see how this market is going to go higher one more time to clear all of these buy side liquidities it is building over there. As you can see here, this candle has cleared this all of this buy side liquidity. Still, I'm not bullish. After seeing this, I'm not going to think that this market is going to go higher and I'm going to take the buy. No, I'm not interested to do that. It is called the inducement leg. This inducement leg is going to going to give the confidence to the buyers that this is a bullish market. You know, a lot of people love to say that this is a bull market, so why you are looking for the sell? This is the reason to look for the sell. This is a very specific area. What is that? Last fair value gap. You have to always give the highest priority to this last fair value gap. So from the hourly chart, okay, I just uh how to say that, precise this gap from the 15-minute chart. But from the hourly chart, this is the last fair value gap. So you have to have some sort of reaction over here. So finally, this market has cleared all of this buy side liquidity and then gave you the market structure shift over here. When I have seen this market structure shift happened over here around this area, I'm interested now to go for a trade because now this market didn't leave any sort of liquidity over here. All the liquidity has been cleared over here. All the liquidity is gone. There is not even a single liquidity is left over here. I have this higher time frame higher time frame point of interest. This is the gap. If it is an immediate reaction, I would love to put my stop loss above this high, which is gonna be 17 handle. So let it make it 18, 19 handle. and you are good to go as long as you are interested to hold the market, because it has fallen until here, which is near about 531 handle. So it has fallen near about 530 handle. I don't know how long you will be able to hold this market, but if I were here, I would be able to catch the whole run and I would finally get stopped out here somewhere, because you can see it is respecting all the bearish PDR. All the bearish PDR is getting respected over here, and finally market actually came here. By the way, this is what it is, and this setup also has been created inside the session, and then finally market fall over here. After this big fall around the AGS session, this market came into the consolidation. So this market is just doing the consolidation over here around this area. After that big fall, see here, after this big fall over here, this market started to consolidate around around that area. However, I'm going to cover the London session as well, as I'm trying to explain. I tried to explain you the London session yesterday, so I'm going to cover the London session as well. My London session is going to start from 1 a.m. Newark local time, and I am allowed to go for the trade after 2 a.m. Newark local time. So here, this is the 2 a.m. I'm going to mark this 2 a.m. Okay. So these two lines. So when this market before this line, before that line, I'm interested to look for any sort of high, swing high I have, and any sort of swing low I have. If the market, if the market come near to any of this swing low, I'll start to look for buy. If it come near to this swing high, I will start to look for sell. So I'm going back to 1 minute chart and I'm waiting for this market around 2, sorry, around 2 a.m. Newark local time. As you can see here, I'm just going to remove this line because it's not the line over here. Okay. So this is that high. Okay. So market didn't come near to this high after 1 a.m. What happened? Market fall came near to this low. Do you have any confusion about that? If you have any confusion, let me know that. After coming near to this line over here, it has given me a market structure shift. Unfortunately, it didn't tap to this fair value gap. This is really so sad. But I know that it is going to be a liquidity making session. So market came here, built the liquidity, started to go higher. After coming here near to this line around here, which is outside of the session actually. So I will say that I will miss the trade over here, but I was here. I'm only waiting for the buying opportunity, right? So because market has built the liquidity here around this area. So when it has built the liquidity, I'm only interested to look for the buy. If it wouldn't build the liquidity, I would look for the sell. Uh, I would love to come with this low as well. When this market came near to this low, which is from 50-minute chart as well, see here, there is not even a single market structure shift. There is not even a single inversion fair value gap. Just look at this. No single market structure shift, no single inversion fair value gap. There is not even a single entry opportunities over there. Not even a single entry opportunities. Not here, not there. So market keep falling, and for the first time, it has given me the opportunities. Unfortunately, I don't see the entry over there. So I wouldn't be able to trade this market according to the London session logic. But I knew that it will go higher because it came near to this low. So it is going to build the liquidity. It will start to go higher. But I was not able to enter because there was no trade. There was no entry opportunities. Setup was over there, but unfortunately, there was no trade. And this is that lower quadrant. So market so far came here. I'm just 1 minute away before the market open. So we'll see what is going to happen after the market open. I'm just going to see if I have any liquidity. Have this liquidity over here. I don't have any bias today. I'll just watch and see if I can find something over here. So the one sound is good. Hey, reflect and grow. Hello, brother. Chatur, good morning, brother. Tamimi, good morning. Kindly take a moment to smash that like button and hit subscribe. Thank you so much, brother. Hi, Titu. How is you doing? I'm cool, Mickey. How are you, brother? Market is open already. Hey, Dora. Good morning. Go. Good morning, Phil. Good morning. Go 3816. How are you, brother? Seth Hunter. Good morning, brother. I want to see what is the opening gap. I think it's going to be a huge opening gap. Yeah, that's a huge opening gap. So I'm going to mark the opening gap here to there. That is the opening gap. I need to make it much more thinner. Okay, perfect. That's a huge opening gap. And I'm gonna make it much more bolder. This is the upper quadrant of that daily week. Remember the daily chart? This is the daily chart. What are you talking about, brother? You are interested to take the buy in this bearish market? Yes, sir. I'm interested to take the buy in this bearish market. See this week over here. I'm watching which level is going to give me the buy. The upper quadrant, 50%, lower quadrant. Which one is going to give me the buy? I'm only interested to take the buy. I'm not interested to take any sort of sell. If you are bearish, please take the sell. I highly appreciate it. Mm, 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 mm. Mhm. By the way, there is 15-minute gap, okay? There is a 15-minute gap. Actually, let me mark that gap. This is that 15-minute bullish gap, okay? And if it go higher like this way, I won't be able to trade this market, to be honest. I'm bullish, even though I'm bullish, I'm not able to take any kind of trade in this type of candles where you see it's 87 handle, 1 minute candle. I'm I'm highly uh concerned about my stop loss. So even if I would love to take a buy over here from this fair value gap, just for the sake of this conversion, I want to take a buy over here. My stop loss has to be at least below this candle, which is 67 handle. I'm not allowed to take this type of huge gap entry. You are good to go. If you are interested to go for the trade, I highly appreciate. Even if you would love to take the sell, go for it, guys. But there, for me, no entry yet. तू है खुदा it tapped to this gap. Wanna see can it go higher? I'm not able to take this buy because if I'm wrong, if this market really would love to fall one more time, it's gonna be a 68 handle loss. Even though this is one of the best setup to me, like market has cleared all the liquidity, trade this 50-minute bullish gap, market structure shift, fair value gap, everything is good. Still, I'm not allowed to take this trade because if I'm wrong, I'll take a huge loss. So I'm not interested to take that huge loss. I'll let this go. If it is this type of volatile market, I'm not going to touch this market. This is highly volatile, okay? So you can see here to here, it's 41 handle. Just 1 minute candle is providing you 41 handle. Not interested to take this trade. I'll watch it. If you would love to take the sell, please go for it, guys. I'm not interested to take the sell. I'm only interested to take the buy. If it can give me that. Guys, please don't forget to push the like button. 911 is MSS. 911 is MSS. 911. This is the market structure. As I told you, okay, even though it is going to work, I don't care. I'm not going to take this trade because the stop loss is too much for me. So I will let this market to decide, does it really would love to go higher? If it really would love to go higher, then I will start to find an opportunity. I don't need to go for this type of huge stop loss or something. If I'm wrong and market really would love to take this low one more time, I'm going to get a 80, 70 handle loss. I'm not interested to take that loss. Or maybe my bias is wrong. Maybe this market is going to fall. So why I will take this huge risk over here? I don't want to take this risk. So I'll let this market first decide where it really would love to go. Does it really want to come here and then would love to go higher? Or does it really would love to keep falling? I have to wait for this market to confirm that at first. Then I'll go for the trade. So it has taken that low one more time. Good to see that. Daily void is my target. Where is daily void, Marquis? Can you please tell me the price? What price you are actually targeting? Bro, where is the new day opening gap and new week opening gap? Did you stop using them? Yes, sir. I have stopped using new week opening gap, new day opening gap. It doesn't mean that you are going to do the same. You are going to use it, and the things I have explained with the new day opening gap, new week opening gap, don't go against them. So, for example, there is a new day opening gap. Okay, here, and I'm trying to frame a buy. Don't take that buy. You don't need to tell me that, but you don't need to take that buy. So don't go against the new day opening gap, new week opening gap, even if you miss the trade. I'm not expecting a good price action today because the fall around the PM session, I'm sorry, around the AGS session was huge, near about 500, 600 handle. So I'm not interested to uh, expect to see some sort of good price action around this morning session. So it's gonna be a choppy price action, I believe so. However, I'm not bearish. I'm not interested to take the sell. Sorry, sell. Yeah, sell. I'll look for the buy either from this line or from that line or from that line. So whenever the market will come near to these lines and then give me a buying opportunity, I'll take that buy. In the meantime, I'll let the fall go. It doesn't mean that you have to look for the same thing. You can simply go for the buy or sell if you want to take. 29,675, 29,675, 675. Okay, so you are bearish. That's cool, brother. I hope it will fall and I'll be wrong. This market will fall for that liquidity void. That will be awesome, brother. Awesome. 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 Whoever is bearish, try to find some selling opportunity. Go for it, guys. I'm wrong. I'm always wrong. Okay. So maybe this market will fall. Okay. So I highly appreciate if you find any selling opportunity and you took that sell. That is really awesome, brother. I'm not going to take not even a single sell today. That's for sure. This is not a bearish market to me, so I'll not take any short of sell. Maybe my bias is wrong. Maybe this market will keep falling. I don't give a shit, but I'm not interested to take any short of sell. I'm watching how the market is going to reverse either from this line or from that line or from that line. Any of these three lines. For so far, it came near to this line. So can it give me a buying opportunity from here? If it give it to me, I'll take that buy. If it doesn't do that and come here, then give me the buying opportunity. I'll take the buy from there. If it also doesn't do that and come here, then give me the buying opportunity. I'll go for that. It didn't stop over here and keep falling. Take this extreme sell side liquidity over here. Then I'll start to look for the sell from sorry buy from this specific new day opening gap from there. I don't think so. It will take this low. That low actually, it's not going to take that low. I don't think so. But if it do that, I'll miss the trade. All the sell, I'll miss it. So far, you can see that even though this is a bearish market, some of you are thinking this is a bearish market. No sell yet. I mean, at least no sell yet. I don't say this is a bearish market. I'm just saying even if You are looking for the bearishness. There is no sell. At least not from 1 minute chart. Market just opened for 11 minute. No rush, nothing. We'll wait a bit, maybe until 10 a.m. to see what is going to happen. One more 15-minute fair value gap below current level. This is the next 15-minute fair value gap over here. Very small though. I don't like this type of small gaps. This is a low as a liquidity. So I'm going to mark it as well. Perfecto. Let's see if it can tap to this line and then start to go higher. Can it do that? So it tapped to this line. Can it go higher now? If it do that, I'll go for the buy from here. So this is the second level for me to look for the buy. First level, second level, and the maximum level is over here. I'm not bearish. I'm not going to take any short of sell. It doesn't mean that you are going to wait for me. So please go for the sell if you find any selling opportunity. I'm not bearish. I'm not interested to take any short of sell. To me, this is extremely discount area. So I don't want to sell in the discounted area. I'm going to mark this gap. This gap doesn't have any value to me. It's a bearish PDRA. I just want to see how this bearish PDR is going to be respected. I believe that patience will pay me. If it doesn't, I'll not simply not take any trade. That's all. Mhm. Look at this market. So it is falling, 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 retrace over here, again falling, falling, falling. A beautiful bear flag over here, a beautiful bear flag. After building this bear flag, market started to fall. So what the people are going to predict? From this high to this low, whatever it is, they're going to go for the one standard deviation. So where is that one? So they're going to look for this -1 until here. So they're believing this market will come to -1 from this bear flag. So from here to here, I think from here, mm, mm, here to here, this is that -1. Where is that -1? Think this is the 50% and this is the -1 over here. They will think this market will come over here. If it come over here, they'll be profitable. So like I'm not interested to enter into this bear flag over here. It is falling. I don't give a shit. I'm not going to take the sell. You are good to go for any kind of sell. I'm not interested to take the sell. I repeat, I'm not going to take any short of sell. I'm only interested to take the buy. I'm going to remove this gap because this gap is broken from 15-minute chart. Okay. What I'm losing here? Nothing, man. I'm just waiting. I'm just watching. Like, if you are not bearish, for example, you are bullish, by any chance you are also bullish like me, so you'll start to think that, oh, my analysis was wrong, so I should look for the sale, and you will start to chase the market. Don't do that. If your bias is bearish, then you are entering in the market. That's cool, absolutely cool. But if your bias is bullish, now you're going to change your mind to take the sell because you're thinking your bias is wrong. Don't do that, brother. I promise you, you will regret more than anything if you do that. Like, you're bullish, now you're going to be bearish. Don't ever do that. If you are bullish, hold on. Look for the buying opportunity and let the market fall. Use it as a Judas swing or any kind of anything. Okay. If at the eventually you are wrong, eventually you are seeing this is a bearish market. Just be happy because you didn't chase the market. You knew your bias was bullish, so you were wrong. You didn't take any trade. That's called trading, man. Don't get upset by seeing this fall and just simply change your bias because you are wrong about your bias. You can be wrong, just let it go. Don't just change your bias or think your analysis. Don't change your analysis. That's all. A lot of people are getting this fall, right? They're being profitable. Good, their bias was bearish, they're getting profitable. So when our bias was bearish and we are profitable, maybe their bias was bullish, they are not profitable. This is the part of this game. Don't take this seriously. It will keep falling, let him fall. Don't touch it. Our time will come. Uchuk. Good morning, Jamil. Good morning, Just. Okay, good morning, Zaid. How are you, brother? Below the lower quadrant, 50-minute last fair value gap. Okay, I will wait for that. If it can come over here, then I will mark the 50-minute last gap. To be honest, I really didn't want to see it will come over here, but I will see if it can really come over here. Why you are bull but the market sell? Why I'm bull but the market is sell? Yeah, I can see that market is sell. So go for the sell, brother. I'm bull. I'm thinking this is a bullish market, so I can't look for the sell, brother, unfortunately. And either way, if I wanted to take the sell, I had to take the sell from here around that area. That was the opportunity for me to take the sell, which has happened yesterday's PM session, however. But here, when this market came in the deep discounted area, see here where you are framing the sell. You are going to frame the sell while this market has fallen. See this fall, big fall. You are trying to frame the sell below this low over here, below that low. You are trying to frame the sell below that low. I'm not interested to frame the sell while this market is in deep discounted area. If I'm interested to frame a sell, I need this market to go higher at first, then I will frame the sell. I can't take the sell while this market is in the deep discounted area, like below this area. So see this big fall, a bit consolidation, and then fall again. So I'm not interested to touch this market to here to take the sell. So if it provide me the bull, I'll go for that bull. If it doesn't, I'll miss all the fall. I'm okay, absolutely okay with that. So here is the 15-minute chart. I'm going to mark these gaps over here, both of these gaps actually, just to see can it reverse from this last PDRA above the sell side liquidity. This is the sell side liquidity. This is the last PDRA. I just marked both of them. If I see it came to the last fair value gap, I'll just simply uh, how to say that, precise the gap over here. If it come to this line, this blue line, then I'll just keep the last fair value gap from my 50-minute chart. This is my last line for today to see the market to go higher. If it doesn't go higher from here, maybe my bias is wrong, market is falling, and I'm not going to touch this market. At least not for any sort of buy, as long as it's not going to take this sell side liquidity. So from here, I'll see if it can provide me any sort of buying opportunity. I sold at 3. My stop loss was at break even, took partial 3,000 30,000 even, and now I'm letting two lots, right? Maybe it's coming for Thursday low, brother. It can be. Of course, it can be, brother. I just told that I'm interested to take the buy from this three line. One, two, three. Any of these three line will give me the buying opportunity. This line didn't give me that. This line didn't give me that. I'm watching the last line. This is my last PDRA. Can it give me the buying opportunity from here? If it does, if it failed, that means my bias is wrong and I'm not going to touch this market. Simply I'll let this market to go. I'm waiting for that to reverse. Okay. Let's see. First time seeing you. I look forward to enjoying the session. I'm also bullish, still waiting. Hey, SCC. At least I found one guy who is still waiting for the trade, bull trade. Happy to know that, brother. At least someone is with me. Hey, Vin, yield and dollar is up, but put lot of pressure on market. Unfortunately, that's a bad news for me. Not even one sell setup, even if we are bullish, NFP day was good. Mm-hmm. True. And the last 15-minute below, yeah, that is the extreme gap over here. So that's the last line. This line and this low of this gap is the last line for the fall. If they are failed to hold the market, then I'll say okay, my bias is wrong and I was wrong about my bias. But as long as this line or this gap is holding the market, I'm bullish. To me, I clearly told I'll look for the buy from this line, that line, that line. Three, any of these three line will give me the buying opportunity. I'll go for the buy. So I'm watching the last line over here. Can it give me that? Even a bit retracement is more than enough for me to take the buy. I'm interested to see if it can provide me a order block. Now I'm not interested to use this one as an order block anymore because it's taking too much candle. I'm going to remove it. Order block is valid over here. 22 IT model is valid over here, except 22 IT model and order block. I will only use the inversion gap. If a gap, for example, this gap, market tap to this gap and take this low over here, then inverse this gap, then I'll look for that inverse gap entry. Me too, buy side. You're also bullish. That's cool, man. We are currently tapping into one of our fair value gap, which was the draw on liquidity. That's cool. I'm just watching. Can the market go higher? Okay. Not in rush to go for a trade. No, it's not the standard deviation. I know it's gonna be difficult for you to understand. See this candle, this candle from the daily chart. That is the week that has traded this breaker block as well as this bullish PTRA. That is a very prominent week to me. So this quadrant level I get from that body to low week. That week quadrant level is over here. I'm watching this quadrant level. I don't want to see this candle, the daily candle to close below the 50% of this specific candle. So when it came here, I'm interested to see can it go higher. Again, I'm not asking any of you to go for any kind of trade to look for the buy. Okay. If you are interested to take the sell, go for the sell. I highly appreciate that. This candle, I can't use it as an water block because it takes too much time to build this water block. To be honest, if it was like immediate, I would go for this buy from this water block. Unfortunately, it takes too much time to build as an water block. So I'm not interested to use this candle as an water block. Even if I miss the trade, I'm okay with that, but not going to use this candle as an water block. Yeah, that is it is what it is. Maybe it will work. I don't know, but I'm not interested to use this candle as an order block. So to me, still I didn't find any trade for today. No trade for me. It's not a valid trade to me. Okay, I'm just watching. It's been broken, so I'm going to remove it. If it touch to this line, I'll just mark the last fair value gap from 50-minute chart. You wanna take the sell, please go for it, man. This is gonna be an high probability probable sell for you. So go for it. To me, until now, there is not even a single trade. Not yet. Okay, it came to the 50-minute last gap. So I'll come back to 50-minute chart and I'll just minimize this gap to 50-minute last gap. Okay. So this is the last PDRA for me. If it doesn't remove from here, I'll just stop trading or I'll stop looking for the sell and I will wait for the market to take the sell side liquidity to trade any sort of bullish PDRA. And then if it go higher or not, I don't know. But I'm not going to take any sort of sell, any sort of buy if this gap is broken from 15-minute chart. So I have just 2 minutes left. If the next two candle after this candle close below this gap, maybe I'll stop looking for the buy. I'm just not interested to chase the market. That's all, guys. I'm just watching how the last candle, this is the last candle, 36-second left, is going to close. Can it close inside this gap or is it going to close below this gap? How this candle is going to close? Okay, the last period is going to be broken. Market will go for that extreme sell side liquidity. I'll let him take, and then we'll see. If I have some bullish period over there, I'll mark that bullish period. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So this sell side liquidity is gonna be the next target. Perfect. I'm going to remove everything here, everything from there, and going to just mark this volume imbalance here to see if it can come here and then give me the buy if it is interested. At the same time, I need to mark this relatively equal lows, that is the extreme sell side liquidity. So I still believe that it has a high probability to take this sell side liquidity over here. I'm going to mark this gap from the hourly chart as my higher time frame point of interest. So it will come here, then fall, take the liquidity. Can it do that? My last bullish period is broken, so I'm not able to take any sort of buy anymore over here. Of course, not going to take the sell because market is in deep discounted area. I'm not allowed to chase the market, so I'll let this go. To me, still there is no trade. No trade doesn't mean that I'm in loss. I just miss the trade. That's all. I just miss the fall. I'm not interested to chase the market. So I'll let the market go lower, take that sell side liquidity, and after that, when it will come over here, which is the opening gap, I think new week opening gap, we'll see if it can provide any sort of buying opportunity from there or not. First, I really would love to see it work like this way, like this way. So first, I want to see this market to come here, then start to go higher, or maybe it will come here. I don't know, but from there, I'll start to look for. First, I want to see this market to come here. Until the 50% would be the awesome thing, actually, if it could go until the 50%. Even it doesn't need to do that, but it would be awesome if it could go until the 50% of this hourly last period. Not going to take the buy over here, of course. I'll just let this market to go over there, and then I'll see if it can, I can frame a sell from that area now. Just to see a small scalping for this sell side liquidity. So if it come here, then if it frame a selling opportunity, I'll try to catch that fall. After breaking all the bullish PDRA, when it has confirmed that I'm interested to fall for the sell side liquidity. So from this gap, can it go higher and come to the 50%? That's all I'm watching. Can it do that? If it doesn't do that, good. I will just, I'm not going to take the sell as well. Okay. So if it could come here, I would go for the sell for this sell side liquidity and for this line. As it didn't, I'm just not going to take the sell over here. I'll just wait. I highly appreciate if this market can come over here before falling, taking this sell side liquidity and trade this new week opening gap. I'll be able to get a sell here after the retracement. If it doesn't do that, I'm not able to take any sort of sell over here, and no buy is valid, by the way, because it has absolutely break all the bullish PDS. So buy is not allowed at all. Small scalping sell is good, but no buy is valid anymore. Come on, man, come here. Mhm. Traders, what do you think? Traders, what do you think? Come to the 50%. That's all I wanna interested to see. Can it come over here? After this big fall, if it started to consolidate, then that's gonna be disaster, to be honest, guys. Come to the 50%. That's all I would love to see. Okay, now let's see if it can fall. Okay, so if there is a small scalping, I'll try to catch that sell. If there is a small scalping opportunities, I'm waiting for the trade. Then I will play in a big role here. Until now, I don't see any trade today. I didn't take any trade today. So first, I wanted to see it will go higher, like here now. I wanted to see it come to over here, and then if it can fall from there to take this sell side liquidity. If it do that, I'll try to catch a small scalp over here. If it doesn't do that, keep going higher. No buy is valid to me. I can't take any short of buy anymore over here without clearing this liquidity. As the last period is broken, as you can see here, both from the 15-minute chart, here this is broken. Now it has built, even though it has taken that low, it doesn't matter. It's an obvious liquidity, it will fall again. From the hourly chart, that is also broken. So I'm watching, can it go a bit higher, at least until the 50%, then fall again, take this sell side liquidity, come to the top of this gap. If it do that, I'll go for this trade. Just a small scalping. But I need some setup over here. What kind of setup I can use? For our chart seems like good. Man, come on, give me something so that I can take this sell. Uh, Inverse gap. What a good inverse gap. What do you guys think about this? What do you think about that, guys? Let me know. As I told it, come here, then fall, take this liquidity. But if it doesn't provide the setup here, how can I take the sell? Give me some idea. Come on, come on, come on. I'm not bearish, so I'm not able to take the sell. Even I'm thinking now it will fall and take this sell liquidity come here. But what type of setup I can use over here to take that sell? Come on, man. Let me see. Okay, I'll try this. Okay, it's not a beautiful inverse gap, by the way. 30 handle risk. I'll see if it works or not. Let's hope for the best. As I'm not bearish, to be honest, I'm not so much confident about this, and still, this is not a beautiful inverse gap to me. But still, I would love to take this trade for today at first to see if it can work or not. Okay. So the high above this high is the stop loss. That's gonna be the first trade. Maybe this is gonna be a losing trade, but I don't care. I wanna go with this trade for today. The first trade for today. There's gonna be a losing trade, unfortunately. Okay, no worries. I can't take the buy anything. No buy is valid for me. That's all I know. Even if it started to go higher now, I will just miss the trade, but not uh no buy is valid to me. Yeah, it hit the stop loss. Let's keep it over there. Do you really want to go higher now from here? From here, I can't take the buy. No, I can't take the buy from here. If this thing happened from this fair value gap, I would start to talk about the buy from here. Unfortunately, after this market structure shift, fair value gap, I would start to talk about the buy here. But unfortunately, I'm not able to say any sort of buy over here. No buy is valid to me anymore. I'm just needed. I need to see this market to come here before framing any sort of buy anymore. So if it doesn't fall, I won't be able to take any sort of buy as well. It has to fall. take this sell side liquidity, then it has to go higher. Otherwise, no trade for me. Yeah, after getting this losing trade, was not a beautiful inverse gap. I don't see this type of inverse gap, but still, as I told, this could be a first trade for today. I'm only interested to see this market to fall right now. T on T2 look, yes, perfect market structure sheet, Fable Gap 22 YT model. Yeah, but the place is not good for me to take the buy. Here, the sell is only valid. For me, the sell is only valid over here. No buy is valid to me. Unfortunately, I can't take the buy. If this thing happened exactly from here, I don't know is it going to build this as a fake breakout or not. But even if it is going to build a fake breakout, I'm not able to take any sort of buy anymore. I'm only allowed to take the sell. No buy is valid to me anymore. So I can't take any sort of buy anymore. It has to fall. If it doesn't fall, I'll miss everything, and I'm cool with that. But I'm not allowed to take any buy. If this thing happened from here, I promise you, brother, I would say that this is gonna be my first buy for today from this specific gap. But now I'm not allowed to take any sort of buy. No buy is valid to me. I'm only interested to see if it can fall and give me the selling opportunity. So I'll see this as a liquidity. Can it fall now? Take this sell side liquidity, come here. If it doesn't do, I'll just let this go. What actually I do in this type of scenario, if I need to wait, okay, if I'm trading over here, I will hold the trade as long as it's not coming over here. When it will come over here, I'll start to look for buy again, and I'll let all the sell go. But here, the way it is going higher, I'm not allowed to take any sort of buy over here. No buy is valid to me. So I'll let the fall. I mean, sorry, go higher. The run, higher run go, and then I'll frame the sell only. You guys don't need to miss the trade. You guys want to take this buy, please go for it. Maybe it is going to build the liquidity here, and then it's going to go higher. It can happen, but I'm not allowed to take any sort of buy after seeing this beautiful support zone around that area. I'm just watching how far it can go. So I wanted to see it will come over here to the 50%, then it will fall. It didn't happen. So I need to come here from 15-minute chart to see can it fall from this specific gap over here. So I'm going to mark this gap from the 50-minute chart. Can it fall from this gap, including the volume imbalance? So can it come here and fall from that level? Come on. Salam alaikum. Imagine, imagine. Say hello. Say hello. Imagine, imagine. What happened? What happened? No, 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 good, 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 good. Good job. Seven, seven, seven. Good, good, good. Ch- ch- Give us a winning trade. জানি না। No, যাবো। যা যা দাদাকে দিও। Okay, so far it is respecting from this 15-minute bearish gap. Love to see can it fall and take this sell side liquidity over here. Give me a setup over here. Come on, brother. Give me a sunshine. Give me a setup over here. Any kind of setup. Come on. Give me something. Okay. Give me something. I don't fall like that way. Give me something. At least something so that I can take this sell. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Don't just fall like that way. Give me something. Give me something. Give me something. Give me something. Anywhere. Give me something. Give me something. I don't know. Are you going to give me something? I really would love to take a sale over here, but I have no idea what I can use. So this is the consecutive order block. I'm not able to go for this order block from here because the range is gonna be too big, I guess. Yeah, 70 handle risk. I can't do that. I'm not just keep it here. How much is the range from there? Still that is 50 handle. Oh man, how can I take this sell? Mm, how can I take this sell? Okay, let's wait to see if it can provide something good. I don't know it will provide me any sort of selling opportunity or not. I'll let this go if it doesn't do that. But I need to take a sell over here for this sell side liquidity. More importantly, until this line, I'm not allowed to take any sort of buy over here. So this market didn't reverse from here. So it came to the 50-minute last fair value, 50-minute bearish fair value gap. Can it fall from there? I'm just watching it. Can it fall from there? But unfortunately, I can't use this word block entry because the stop loss is going to be 70 handle. If I'm wrong, it's going to be 70 handle loss. So I'm not interested to go for this trade. I'll let this go. I'll just let this go, unfortunately. I wish I could take this one. Come on, man. Give me something so that I can take this sell. I'm also watching the 15-second chart. Still, there is nothing. I don't know how to enter, brother. I mean, it just keep falling without any setup. I can't use these consecutive candles as an order block because the stop loss was too big. So, this is everything in front of you. So I wanted to see this market to go higher here when it didn't fall from here. I wanted to see it to fall from there. It is falling from there, but unfortunately, there is no setup to me. Target is this also liquidity here. If you guys find any opportunities, you guys can try this sell, okay? but I don't see any selling opportunity yet. So for me, no trade, simply no trade, unfortunately. I was also watching the 15-second chart if I can find any opportunities over there. Nothing is over there. Bro, Bengali? Yes, I'm from Bangladesh. Is that your niece? Wow, she's absolutely adorable. She's my niece. Yeah. Cute baby brother. Thank you so much, Atur. You got your like. Thank you so much, Jesse Posada. So cute. Thank you, Tamimi. From my point of view, price have already reversed by making this recent market structure shift. Okay, it can happen, guys, but to me, this need to fall and take this liquidity to come over here. So I just don't know how to enter over here. Okay, to be honest, I have no idea how to enter over here. I can't enter from the order block because it's gonna be a huge stop loss. You see here, that's gonna be a huge stop loss. By any chance, I'm wrong. I'm going to get a huge loss over there. Just because of that, I didn't frame the trade from these consecutive order blocks. One, two, three, this candle. And except this order block, I see there is no setup as well. Okay, so I have to decide how can I don't know. Okay, I don't know. I simply don't know how can I enter over here. However, if you are really interested to take the buy, please go for that. I was bullish. I have told that I would go for the buy over here if this happened from inside the gap. As it didn't happen over here and it closed below the gap, to me, this sell side liquidity is now obvious, 100% obvious over here. And after clearing this sell side liquidity, it will come to this new week opening gap. That's confirmed for me. I was bullish today. I didn't find not even a single trade over here. And then finally, when I saw this market closed below the last PDRA, I'm only bearish now. As long as this liquidity is not going to be cleared and market is not falling for this line, I'm only bearish. I'm not interested to look for any sort of buy. This is all the trap to me. Just simply trap. Yeah, I tried this sell over here from this inverse gap. To be honest, it's not the best inverse gap to me. You guys know that, right? For me, it needs to happen like this way. Tap here, went higher. So now you say this is the inverse gap, that is also not acceptable because body has closed below this gap. So unfortunately, I don't see any logic over here to take the sell except this order block, which is also not valid to me because the stop loss is going to be like 70 handle or something like that. Let me check. Here to here, 71 handle. So if I'm wrong, what is going to happen? I'm going to get a 70 handle loss. I'm not interested to get that 70 handle loss. That's all. However, if any of you are thinking this is a bullish market, take the buy, okay? Don't hesitate. But to me, it should take this low now and then fall to the top of this area over here. That is all I'm watching right now. And I will also see if it can provide me any short opportunities. If it do that, I'll go for that. So far it didn't. So if it did, I'll go for that. Bro, I'm from Bangladesh. Yeah, there is a 22 YT model, 15-second chart, but with 68 handle. Yeah, I saw that 22 YT model as well, brother. But the stop loss, you see, like nearly 70 handle. So I didn't want to take, frame that. I didn't want to talk about that sell actually from 15-second chart as well, unfortunately, because that was 60 70 handle loss, stop loss. I'm just watching can it be respected from this gap. So if it come here and then close as a bull candle, then close below that bull candle, I'll try to frame the sell from that order block. Don't start to think that it's a bullish market. Just look what it has done with this low. Just watch it and then take your decision. See here. Even if it close below this candle, I won't be able to take this trade as well because the stop loss is gonna be, for example, there's the model. Okay, it's 41 handle. I'm not able to take that sell as well from here. 41 handle. 41 handle. No, man. No. I'll let this go, man. Guys, 22 YT model is highly powerful, but you have to understand that first it has to reject from a logical level. If it is rejecting from an illogical level, the 22 YT model doesn't have the power to send the market higher. So please try to keep that in your mind. I mean reclaimed CB, reclaimed CB. From here, risky brother, still risky. The main problem on this market is it's highly volatile. That is the main problem. It's huge volatile market. So even if I see an opportunity, I won't be able to enter over here because of the volatility. This is a highly volatile market. I'm not selling, brother. I didn't find any setup yet. It will fall. It will take this line. It will come over here, but still I didn't find any selling opportunity. If I need to take this sell, I have to put my stop loss like much more higher, which I'm not able to do that. Still, I believe it will fall, but I can't take any short of sell over here. So let this go. See this lows here. It has engineered more liquidity around that area. So people are going to think support, support, take the buy. It will fall. I think so. Let's see if it can come over here. Not going to take any sell. Okay, it's just doing shit. I'll just let him to do the shit. Tough market for me. Okay, it's one-sided market. Highly tough for me to trade. Like it's bearish. It is falling, falling, falling. I just can't take the sell in a falling market. I need the retracement to take the fall. So when I see this retracement now, it is a falling market to me. But unfortunately, still now I didn't see any setup over here. I need to wait for the setup at first before going for the trade. That happened in SMT. What type of SMT you are talking about, brother? Okay, so you are asking this as an SMT. That's awesome, brother. Let's see. Whoever is interested to take the buy, please go for it. It's not a bullish market to me anymore. I'm only interested to take the sell for this sell side liquidity and newly engineered sell side liquidity, which is over here. That sell side liquidity. I'm just not getting any setup over here. That's all I'm just worrying about. Now, this time I force the market. I'm not going to force the market anymore. Okay. So if I see the beautiful setup, I'll take the sell. If I don't see that, I'm not going to touch it. कभी ज़माना I want to show you the 15-second chart as well. Like, look at this 15-second chart. What the hell is this? What I, even the 15-second chart is kind of like absolutely shit over here. Simply shit. I was talking about here. So even though I had this market structure shift over here, I was watching this gap and that gap. But like taking entry from here, stop loss at least above this high or above this high is gonna be a huge risk over there. So from here to here, it's nearly 67 handle, 80, 70 handle, something like that. So I was not even to say about this also. I mean this setup over here. Market structure here, fair value gap. I was not able to share this to you as well over there, unfortunately. What can I do here? Buy. No buy, brother. Where are you from, bro? I'm from Bangladesh. Imon Dutta. Imon Dotto, I guess. Imon Dutta, I'm from Bangladesh, brother. Market going to consolidate and go down in PM session. It is also possible win, but if either way, this is going to fall. So no buy. Please don't take the buy. If you are interested to go for the trade, don't go for the buy here. Please don't lose the money. If you are not interested to lose the money, don't take the buy. I'm just watching this candle. Let's see. I think here only wait. Yeah, I am also agree with you, brother. Wait. Otherwise, I mean, you see, like market fall a lot. Like it just keep falling. The PM session, whole PM session, keep falling. Retraced, started to do these things. And to be honest, this is extremely bearish from this whole area I showed you yesterday. So from there, it is just falling. A bit consolidation, falling again. And then just before this sell side liquidity to be taken, it started to retrace from there again and again. So people are entering buy here because they're believing this is support zone. They will all get stopped out. Unfortunately, there is no setup. And when this market is falling, even from the 15-second chart, I don't see any setup. So except waiting. Friday is the mental capital preservation day. So remember that things at first. Still, if we found any trade over here, maybe that should be a beautiful trade. That should be a beautiful trade. So far, I just framed one trade. No, I just told that I don't use this type of inverse gap, but like it is. Let's try this one. So 30 handles. So one trade, it didn't work. Except this one, I didn't say not even a single trade today. So still, I'm watching. Can it give me something? I think they're only wait. Yeah, I mean, let's see. Okay, let's see. If it keep falling from here, I'll just miss this trade, unfortunately. But I can't take any trade over here, unfortunately. Like this area, how can I enter over here? There is no setup to me. I can't use any sort of trade over here. So, however, it came to this last gap just above the sell side liquidity. So let's see if it can be respected from here or not. I'm going to remove this gap over here. I wanted to see if I can use this gap by any chance. I won't be able to use it. You remember the word block opportunities? It didn't do that. So I'm not able to use this gap anymore. So I don't need that gap anymore. This is the last fair value gap above this sell side liquidity. So can it hold the market, send it higher to trade this line, which is the 618 level? Or does it really want to break this last gap and want to keep falling? If it want to keep falling, I will miss the trade, unfortunately. I think it's going to break the last fair value gap. How guys how you are doing, guys? I mean, this seems like a good market to you. I find it very difficult actually on Friday to trade. I don't know why. Maybe mentally I'm broke on Friday. I'm afraid of trading Friday. That can be a reason. But either way, feels like it's not a good market. Like market is just keep falling, and when it should go for the liquidity, it's just bouncing, like keep bouncing. So I see it seems like a difficult market for me to trade. How do you feel like this market? Is that good market? Is that bad market? What do you say? So the last parabolic cup is rejecting the market. Hope for the best. Can it go higher? Two loss in AM. Don't you? I have taken one loss, man. Yesterday it was perfect. Yesterday it was good. The perfect. I mean, it was simply respecting all the PDS. But today it seems like a very difficult market. It can be because I'm afraid of Friday. It can be because of that. But if either way, this is tough market. Seems like a tough market to me. Market is very awesome, but don't trade. Okay. So to you, the market is good. I don't know. Maybe for me, it's difficult. Let's see. At the end of the day, if it can provide a beautiful setup, we are very near to the London close. So around the London close, if it provides something good. So for the last gap is holding the market. Let's see if it can send it higher so that I can frame a sell over there again. I'm learning so much how to wait, how to control if SL is big, how to wait if liquidity generates, then not taking trade until it taken. It's cool, man. Is bro for sale, waiting for setup. Yeah, man. We should wait for the setup. Still, there is no setup. That is the most unfortunate thing. However, I'm just watching if this last gap can hold the market, send it higher again to clear this relatively equal highs over here. This buy sell, if it happens, okay, this buy side liquidity and trade this line which is 618 level and then fall for this to sell side liquidity. If it happens, maybe I'll find an opportunity to take the sell from here. If it went through this last gap, there is an opportunity to take the sell actually after closing below this last gap. It will tap to this last gap, it will take this sell side liquidity, but highly risky. So be careful before framing any trade around this area. If it keep falling, I'll just miss the trade. That's all. Yeah, bad luck. It's called the bad luck. Okay. Here is the setup. Not going to take it, but this is the setup. Not even a single body should close above the CE of this gap before clearing the sell side liquidity. Not going to take it, but we'll just watch it because this market is highly difficult to trade over here. So just watch it. So we did the damage. Didn't expect this is going to did the damage. 18 handle. Fall, fall, fall. You will take that sell side liquidity now. You have zero possibility to go higher now. Go fall. You don't want to take us? Okay. I'm going to forgive you for today. Today's Friday, so Friday we can forgive the market, right? I just framed one trade today, just this trade. It is the only trade which is a losing trade. Except this trade, I'm not interested to go for any other trade over here. So the way it will work, I don't give a shit. I'm not going to take any trade. Here, I'm just watching. Nobody should close above the CE of this FVG before clearing this line over here. That's all I'm watching. Okay. Can it fall and take this liquidity without closing above this CE of this gap? According to the last fair lookup logic, it should not close above the CE. And actually, my mistake here, I should cover the high here around this high because these two candle actually inverse this last gap. So stop loss has to be above this high, which is nearly impossible. The stop loss is too much. So this is what it is. I'll just let this go. Highly consolidate market. I'll just stop with one losing trade. If it could go higher, maybe I would be able to frame a sell. As it didn't go higher, not interested to go for the sell from here. And as I've been told, the whole morning session can be consolidation, and around the PM session, it can fall. That is also acceptable or possible. Come on, baby, unite. Friday night, while unite. Hit the dance floor, hit the dance floor. I want you, baby. Baby, I don't want you come tonight. Baby, I don't want you come tonight. What the heck is this market? I don't want to see not even a single candle to go one tick above this line. Not even a single candle should go one tick above this line. If this last parabolic really would love to work and take this sell side liquidity. Otherwise, if it has another opportunity, sorry, another intention to go higher, to fall around the PM session, then of course it can take this high. If it take this high, I prefer this buy side liquidity. Come on, man, come on, fall. If you fall, I will find a buy at least. If you don't want to fall, then go higher. I will take a sell, but do something. Don't just waste our time. We can't take the buy here after seeing this sell side liquidity. We can't take the sell because you are very near to the sell side liquidity. So what should we do except waiting? Watching 15 seconds, that is a disaster. No bias right now. Yes, yes. First buy side liquidity is taken, then short. I don't think so, brother. I don't think so. If and only if it interested to take the sell side liquidity around the PM session, then it is possible. But if it really interested to take this sell side liquidity by the lunch hour or the AM session, like before 11:30, it will never go above this high. And it will work from this last cap without going one tick above this line. It will take this line, then it will take this line, then it will fall over here. Again, it all depends on the market where when it wants to take this sell side liquidity. So if it really interested to take this sell side liquidity by now, it will fall without any kind of time wasting. But I think it's the time distortion right now because of the macro. So it's waiting for the 11 a.m. before falling. I think so. What the hell I will do over here? Disgusting. Last one, two, three, 15-minute candles just doing nothing. come on, do something so that we can't be bored from this market. Yeah, I think it's a long fall and then a lot of consolidation. So it's kind of a time where we are not able to trade the market. I think that is all I will say about this market. So just doesn't want to give me any opportunities. Just this is what it is. That's all. I mean, it's just not moving anywhere. Not even a single 22 IT model as well from the 15-second chart. It's something like don't touch it. I'll just say by 4 second how it is going to react. So 11 a.m. candle. This is the candle. Can it fall or does it really would love to go higher? I think it will fix the direction already. I hope so. Man, in this type of scenario, I think we should close close the stream or close the chart. Otherwise, I don't see any logic over here to stay. This is a highly what to say. I mean, bad market to be honest. Now maybe it will fall without any opportunities. I don't know. See, still consolidating. Come on, man, fall. Came back to old bullish cap. If it break it, I hope it will go for this sell. So here, this is the market structure shift. After clearing the liquidity, I wanna take my second trade for today from this gap. If it build this gap, that's gonna be my second trade from today. And if it is an immediate reaction, I don't know how much is going to be the stop loss. I'll keep it here, okay? 30 handle. Just taking the risk. I should put the stop loss over here. I'm not able to do that. 61 handle. I'm not interested to do that. So I'll just go for 34 handle, something like that. So 847. Second trade for today. If it provide me the entry opportunity within three candle. If it doesn't give me the entry, I'm cool with that as well. Come on, market. One loss, one win. At least that's gonna be awesome. So give us the entry. Okay. So here, I'll just put my stop loss over here, 334 handle, because I'm not able to catch that 68 handle risk. We'll see if it can fall from here. This is the breakaway gap. That's all I'm going to cover over here. So in my opinion, market has cleared the buy side liquidity here. Buy side has been cleared. Market structure shift. This gap hold the market. Send it for the reaction of this gap, a specific gap. I'm gonna keep this gap for now. Actually, going to remove this hourly gap so that my chart can be look beautiful. We'll try to go for some partial around 34 handle. 1:1 partial. And interested to hold the trade here by taking another partial over here. Second partial. So let's see if it works. Okay. Second trade for today. Wanna see this candle to work as an order block, this consecutive candle work and as an order block to send the market keep blowing. Okay, so that could be the second partial loss 30 handle. Even if I close it, my loss will be mitigated at least. I hope so. If any of you are in this trade, make sure you have taken a partial over here. My main intention to see this sell side liquidity to be taken. Okay, so as long as this liquidity is not going to be taken, I will not say that this market worked exactly the way I wanted to see it. It will work. It can go higher one more time to trade this order block over here before falling and taking this sell side liquidity. If any of you are in this trade, make sure you have taken the second partial over here. This was not a good setup, by the way. I don't use this inverse gap, but I don't know why I framed this trade. But I tried this one with 30 handle risk, and I think this is also a good risk over here, which is 34 handle or at least 34 handle partial. And the second partial could be 69 handle if it provide that. And finally, I prefer to let a runner go until the top of this specific fair value gap over here. It would be awesome if it can trade the order block before falling. That would be awesome. Then I don't need to worry about this market to go back again to trade this order block. So before falling, I prefer this market to touch this line at least over here, that line, at least that line. There you go. Now I prefer this market to fall dramatically with a bearish fair value gap that will be unfilled. I need a bearish fair value gap now that will be unfilled. In this type of scenario, I don't need to worry about the stop loss to move to the break even. Okay. So right now, after clearing the partial when this order block has been traded, I prefer to put my stop loss above the order block, not to this area, not to the break even, just above the order block, which is nearly 8 to 4. I prefer a bearish gap now that will be unfilled. If I see that, I will prefer this market to come here. Not only this sell side liquidity, but also it will come over here. If it can build any sort of bearish fair value gap, if it can make a bearish gap, and that if it can be the unfilled bearish gap. Please don't engineer the liquidity. Come on. I need speed here. You should provide me the speed here. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Give me the speed. Why Friday is so tough, guys? I can't put my stop loss to the break even as long as it's not going to build a bearish fair value gap over here. You don't need to do that. You can simply put your stop loss to the break even, because if I'm wrong, then it will be a 10 handle loss. You don't need to take that 10 handle loss, but I prefer to put my stop loss over here as long as it's not going to create a bearish fair value gap over here. When it will not only create a bearish fair value gap, it has to create that bearish fair value gap. It has to leave that bearish fair value gap open. After seeing that, I'll be able to put my stop loss to the break even. Come on, come on, come on. Big candle. I need a big candle over here. Come on. Okay. I will hope for the best that it will build a gap over here. If it can build a gap over here and leave that gap open, I'll be able to put my stop loss. It didn't. It's building again the buy side, sorry, sell side liquidity. Engineering the sell side liquidity. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay. Fall, 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 fall. Oh, well, I prefer to put the stop loss to the break even now, because this low has been cleared. So even if it doesn't want to take this low and want to reverse, I am not interested to take any sort of loss over here, because all these lows has been cleared already. So if it really interested to fall and take this sell side liquidity around the PM session, it can reverse again. It can come for this buy side liquidity again. So I prefer to put the stop loss to the break even right now. At the same time, if it can give me the partial over here, that would be awesome. I'm not confident to hold the sell as long as it's not going to build any sort of bearish fair value gap over here. If it can build a bearish gap, I'll be very confident to hold the sell until the new week opening gap. Very near to the, okay, that's gonna be the second partial. So now I prefer to hold the trade until here. If it can come over here, that is awesome. If it doesn't come, I think that after taking this loss, my loss will be mitigated even after taking the partial over here. Okay, so I don't need to see this market come here. If it really would love to come here, it has to build a gap over here. That's all I want to see. So guys, I think it's a boom. I'm just trying to show you until here, which is 138 handle. But remember, the liquidity is over here. I'll write down it as a boom. Okay. I framed to trade today. First trade is over here. I said that this is gonna be the first trade. I will take it. Not even a best setup. I don't believe in this type of inverse gap, but it can work from here because it was trading the hourly gap, last gap CE. It didn't work, so it stopped me out for 30 handle. I let all of them go. I was not confident to sorry go for any of this trade, so I was interested to see can it fall and sorry can it make a setup over here. So finally I found this liquidity has been cleared, market structure shift, fair value gap, breakaway gap. So I prefer to take this sell from this fair value gap to until this sell side liquidity over here. The second partial I write it down, and I want to hold this trade until to the top of this new week opening gap, which is 675. If it go over here, I'm happy. If it doesn't, I'm also cool. Don't you? Lost already. I will try another for the last time. I don't know what is MMXM, brother. I'm not MMXM trader. It's highly difficult for me. If you have heard the space Twitter space ICT has done, and where he talked about if he wanted to start his life again, trading life again, he would go for the MMXM. At the same space, he told that MMXM is something I really would love to see this gap to unfilled. Market is not going to fill this gap 100%. Okay, so it should leave this gap open over here. These two line need to see them open if it really interested to fall for this line over here. So I prefer to put my stop loss above this candle, which is nearly 768. So 768 should be the stop loss now. So how what I was saying in that same space, ICT talked about the MMXM, and he also told that if you really would love to trade the MMXM, you have to have the whole idea about the ICT concepts. So to me, MMXM is highly difficult to trade. I didn't like it. Okay, so as this market has filled this gap 100%, I believe that this will go higher maybe. So I don't want to hold the stop loss to the break even anymore. I'll put my stop loss above this line, like above this candle. If it really would love to go higher, I'll just get stopped out above this candle. That's all. I'm not a MMXM trader. I don't know how to trade that MMXM. Okay. Don't you boom? Did you take the shorts or it's just using short trading view tool? I'm not taking any trade, brother. I just bought the account and I made it the giveaway. I gave one account to Tamimi, and I will just make another account as a giveaway next Monday. So today's Friday. Next Monday, I'll just give that account. I got some commission from Lucid Trading, and I just used those commission to buy two accounts to give it away, brother. Hey Jesse, thanks for writing boom, brother. Blum boom. Took years, didn't take the low. Okay, so it will maybe keep falling. I don't know, but as I told you, like I'm not interested to hold this trade anymore. I'll just let this fall to go wherever it. I mean, I'll just if I were in this trade, my stop loss would be over here. I don't give a shit about this trade anymore. Just one tick about this candle here. That could be my stop loss. If it would love to fall from this gap, I'm happy to see that. Okay, maybe I'll get that boom over here. If it doesn't do that, stop me out over here. I'm happy to do that as well because this market didn't build any sort of bearish gap yet. I need a bearish gap that will be unfilled after trading this water block. As it didn't do that, I'm not going to believe this setup anymore because the liquidity has been cleared and market has already tapped to the bullish fair value gap from the daily chart. So does it really want to go higher from here? It can do that. If it really would love to do that, I'm not interested to get stopped out or to lose this much profit. So from here to here, it's kind of 45 handle. So I don't want to miss this whole 45 handle. I want to close my trade exactly over here. You don't need to do that. You can simply close the trade if you want. But I prefer to put my stop loss over here. So if it want to fall, it should fall, keep falling. As you told, ES didn't take that low. I think this is that low. As ES didn't take that low, there's a high probability that this is the SMT. True SMT is over here, around here. Okay. So I think it can be a true SMT now, and market can start to go higher now. Again, this is all gonna be depending on the market situation. As I'm in this trade, so I'm not able to frame any buy setup over here. But as I'm in this sell setup, So I will try to put my stop loss tight way so that I don't get stopped out with some with losing some profit. So I want to make sure that I'm going to get the maximum profit from this trade. This line is not the target. The target was this sell side liquidity over here. So that has been cleared over here. After clearing this sell side liquidity, market wants to go higher. I don't believe so. It will go higher, but still, even if it would love to go higher, I want to make sure that my maximum profit has been covered over here. And if I'm lucky, market is just keep falling from this fair value gap, you know, you will get the boom, right? I'm not sure. So I'm trade order block entry and few stop loss above order block. That is also good. This order block was one of the best order block from the 22 YT model. So you see here, it tapped to this order block. I just needed an unfilled gap over here. If I have found that, I would say that market is coming over here. As long as I'm not getting that, I'm not confident this market will fall and take trade. I mean, take that, take that line over here, this line over here. So this is all I can say about this market right now. All I need a bearish gap. If it even if it build a bearish gap over here and leave that gap open, that is valid for a long term fall. Not only here, I believe it will come until the 50%. Even if it can build a bearish gap over here. All I need a bearish gap above this line, below this line, below this order block. That's all I need. Khalid, the next account, it will for me, I believe that I'm so sorry guys about that give a like my Discord is fully handled by Tamimi. Okay, he is handling everything for me. The Discord, any problem, any scam, any you know like whatever is happening over there, he's doing that for free for the last 1 years. And this is just an appreciation to him because he never asked for anything. Okay, he never said that brother pay me. I'm doing a lot for you for free. So he never asked for anything. Okay, never ever. So I thought that this time as I got some commissions, I love to buy some accounts and I just give one account at least to him as an appreciation. I hope you guys will understand what I mean to say. Let's hope for the best and market is going to leave this gap open. If this is open, you will start to see big candle right now. Big candle. Like this type of candle you will start to see over here. Within 2 to 3 candle, it will come over here. If market really interested to leave this gap open. Within 2 to 3 candle, it will come over here. Keep watching. It is also possible that just by 1 or 2 candle, it will take that line to the top of this new week opening gap. I need a big fall now. So you ask for the speed should come over here. See the look at the candle size. This is why I believe or I need this type of unfilled gap because they gave me the speed. Look at the candle size over here and look at the next candle. Okay, I'm going to say you prematurely that's gonna be a big candle as well. A big candle over here. This is the I mean something like oh by the way not this candle. If it wanna build a gap over here, that's gonna the institute order flow entry deal. That means if I'm in this trade over here, I'm allowed to add more over there by covering just this gap. It didn't build it, so I wanna see how it is going to fall right now. I wanna see this gap to be unfilled. If it doesn't do that, mm, not good. I need a big candle, bear candle, not the bull candle. So come on, fall. Don't prove me wrong. See, this gap is still open. I love to see that it will be open. It can be traded, but it needs to be open. Fall, take this line. No drama, nothing. Just fall, take this line. Fall more. Go below this low. If it doesn't fall here within 2, 2, 3, 4 candle within like speedy move, I'm not happy to see that. I'm not used to see this type of price action after leaving the gap open. After leaving the gap open, it should give me the speed toward the line I'm expecting this is going to trade. So either if there is liquidity, it will go toward that liquidity. If there is no liquidity, some bullish period, it is going to trade that bullish period with speed over here. Not like Mickey Mouse move like this way, not like this way. One candle, two candle, three candle, maximum four candle, depending on the distance. This type of Mickey Mouse move, no, I don't like them. Yeah, I'm confident that it is going to fall, but if I don't get the speed here, I will say that it will never reach for here. So it will be respected from there and it will start to reverse again. But as long as it is leave this gap open and market is going to take the swing low over here, this is 100% going to be taken. Something like that. Not 100%. There is nothing called 100%. But something like I feel it will go for sure. Something like that. Yes, brother, he deserves it. Thank you, Utshuk. I sold 1035, but I was bullish. You sold 1035. Let me see where is 1035. So you took the sell from here, here. Congratulations, brother. From this old order block that has traded the 50-minute bearish gap. Trade this old order block. Then used the propulsion block to fall again. Congratulations for your big boom, brother. I hope you have already taken some partial and your stop loss is much more lower right now. It's going to feel void. Maybe, brother, but I need speed here. As long as it's not going to leave this area, see this gap, it's not going to leave this area, I'm not going to get very much confidence that it's going to fill this whole void. So I need these candles to leave this area. It has to leave this zone to show me the bearishness. So far it's not giving me any bearishness. Instead of that, it's like something like I'm not interested to even fall for here without going and taking some highs like this high or that high, any of these highs. Without clearing any of these highs, I'm not interested to fall. It's showing me this type of scenario over here. If I were you, my stop loss would be exactly above this line right now, one tick above this line right now, if I were you. Now, I'm not going to say you to do this, but if I were you, I would put my stop loss above this line today. I mean, now, for now. Because if it really would love to fall, it should not come back again inside this unfilled gap again. It should simply keep falling. Even if it would love to trade it, like, I don't know how to explain this price action, but when it left this gap open, it should give me the speed toward the next bullish PDR or the liquidity. It's not giving me that. So I'm not happy to hold this entry here. So which is kind of there to there is kind of like, 26 handle. I don't want to miss this 26 handle as well. As much as profit I can cover, that is awesome. So far it's 96 handle. You even don't need to hold this trade until here because it's nearly 100 handle has provided you already. You see 100 handle. So it's more than enough for being profitable. After getting one loss, which is 30 handle, if you get 100 handle, I believe that it's a good deal, a nice deal. I will say like that way. All I need to see this low to be taken. today's Friday, so guys, make sure that you are not over trading. And what to say? I mean, I don't know, but please don't over trade. That's all I would love to say. I would love to request you guys. Try one or two trade. If it works, good. If it doesn't work, just let it go. No, I don't like these things, okay? So it will leave this gap open. It should give me the speed toward the bullish period. I like these things. I'll show this to you a lot of times whenever it make this type of gaps, how it left that area. But today it's not simply moving. I'm not happy to see this. It seems like it's just waiting to go higher, to take some swing high, maybe this high, maybe that high, maybe that high. I don't know which one. And then it wants to fall maybe, or maybe it will go start to go higher. It will never come to this liquidity void ever. Tough. I'll just put my stop loss here, not exactly above this high, just above this gap. One liquidity gone in one day only. What was that? That was disaster. It's not good at all. See, it has engineered the liquidity again. Not good at all over here. I like to see this type of liquidity engineered inside the unfilled gap. Hmm. The hell is this market? Why Friday is always this much shit, man? I just need 20 handle and this market is started to dance over here. I hate this market. Come on, man. Just 17 handle. Just take this, man. Come on. What the? How can someone can keep the patience over here? Seriously? This will take my nerve, okay? To be honest, guys. Okay, that's done. I hope it was a good trade over here by taking a lot of patience. It was a lot of patience, to be honest, guys. And of course, I did a mistake over here. I agree with that. With 30 handle loss, I think I have covered 138 handle. That has covered all the loss plus the profit over here. First trade for today, I call out the first trade for today. The second trade for today, I have called out here. So one, two. It will keep falling. I don't give a shit now. Okay, to be honest, it's like good. I don't care about that. Yep, I think it's true. Thank you, Chut, for writing Boom Man. By the way, anybody was there in this trade with me? Is there anyone who was in this trade with me? I clearly called out two trade. One, two. First trade, losing trade. Second trade, a winning trade. Yeah, I was interested to see a speed over here, like this type of candles, but it takes too much time over here. I am not happy to see this type of times over here. But the way it worked, eventually it hit the target. I'm happy for that. If there is there anyone who got that trade? I went to pray and missed the trade entry. Oh man. Be happy, Muhammad Sami. Be happy, brother. You didn't miss anything, man. You have got something actually. I didn't get yet. So yeah, here the adhan has already done. I still didn't pray. So you got something I didn't get. So be happy, man. Awesome, bro. Good, good. Thank you. Imon Datta, if I'm not mistaken. Is there anyone who was in this trade with me? Brother, I closed the trade at sell side liquidity. You got the trade. Congratulations, brother. Okay, no worries, man. Bro, yes, boom. Congratulations for you, brother. And re-enter at 11:30 order block. What is the 11:30 order block? This order block has an habit. Uchik, this is for you only, okay, brother? This order block has an habit. 99% of the time, market violate this order block. 99% of the time. I called it a middle order block. You are allowed to add over here, but you're not allowed to re-enter over here. This is for you, okay, brother. Please don't misjudge me. I'm not judging you. You have done a good job. You got a good boom over here. I highly appreciate it. But next time, when you would love to go for this type of trade, see here from this order block. Okay, so from that order block to until this zone over here. See this zone, that is the target for me. This is the middle range. This order block has been created exactly around the middle, in between this order block and the target you are expecting this market will go. Now you can say market will come here, market will come here. It doesn't matter. The bullish PDR has been started from here, right? The new day opening gap or new week opening gap, what was that? I don't remember. It has opened over here. So that opening is actually going to be counted. Not here, not here, not the quadrant levels. So here to here, this order block level to here, this is exactly around the middle area. So this is called the middle order block. If you want to enter over here, always be careful. This order block has a habit to get violated, and if it get violated, I feel more confident to go for sell. I mean, to fall this market much more lower. I feel that type of confident to, if I see this order block has getting, I mean, it's been violated. If it make any sense to you, brother. But again, congratulations for your boom. Next time, just be careful. That's all I'm interested to say. Okay, brother. Thank you guys for being over here for this long time. And really, I was not able to take any short of sell. I was extremely bullish today, as long as this market didn't close below the last bullish PDRA. When it has closed below this last bullish PDRA, I was not interested to look for buy anymore, as long as the sell side liquid is not going to be traded, sorry, taken, and market is not going to come to the bullish PDRA, which is over here. So when this appeared on the chart, there was a beautiful 22 buy model. I was not interested to take that buy over here. Instead of that, I was waiting to see if it can come to this 15-minute bearish fair value gap and then fall from here. But the way it was doing here, see this price action here, it was not, I was not able to take any sort of trade around that area. Simply no trade was valid over here to me. And then finally, the market has built the 22 YT model so beautifully around here, around this area. Cleared the buy sell liquidity, market structure shift. At the same time, I want to show you the 50-minute chart as well. Okay. So here, so I'm talking about around that area here, which is traded this specific bearish gap as well. So I'm not framing the trade randomly. I'm framing the trade from my higher time frame point of interest. See this gap over here, not from that gap, but from that gap. So this candle tapped to this gap over here, which is actually the liquidity taken over here. So this candle tapped to this specific fair value gap and then gave me the market structure shift, fair value gap, breakaway gap. I just told that I'm gonna put my stop loss over here, 34 handle, because I'm not able to put my stop loss above this high, which is 61 handle. So I will take this risk for 34 handle over here to see if it can keep falling. And as I told you, I'm not interested to look for any sort of buy over here anymore. It should fall now because the last bullish PTR is broken. So I was bearish, and then you have seen that how I'm going to change my bias to bearish again, and I'm going to get the boom over here again. First trade I have framed from this inverse gap. I really don't like to use this type of inverse gap. I don't believe this type of inverse gap. For me, the inverse gap has to be valid. Like tap here, take the liquidity, then it's gonna be valid. But as you can see, it has been violated by one candle. I don't like to use this type of fair value gap as my inversion fair value gap. Still, I tried this one time. It didn't work. 30 handle loss, unfortunately. Okay, and then all of this price action, I will do nothing. I will keep watching them. Last fair value gap can it work? I'm not confident here to go for the last fair value gap entry as well. Why? Because the last fair value gap is not aligned with this extreme liquidity. It has engineered the liquidity over here. So I can use this last fair value gap to see the reaction to send the higher, take the liquidity, then fall again. This is valid for that, but not to valid to take the sell, because this is engineered liquidity above the extreme liquidity. So I know that eventually it is going to fall for this sell side liquidity, but before that it can go higher and take this buy side liquidity. According to that logic, I was saying like that way. If it works, I'll just let it go. Okay, if you guys remember, I'll just simply let this go. But if it go higher and take this buy side liquidity, then I'll start to look for sell from there. Finally, I found the 22 YT model, the best 22 YT model. I took this trade, then the order block. You see here how beautifully it has trade the order block, and then used this old bullish PDRA as a reclaimed inverse gap over here. That bullish PDRA at the beginning it has been created. You forgot, right? You forgot above the last fair value gap. Sorry, above the last bullish period, the last bullish fair value gap over here. While this is a bearish market, remember I have explained this gap lot of time to you guys when I was working with this gap over here. You can use this gap as a reclaimed here, like here. So it tap here, went higher, take the liquidity. Next time it will fall. You will be able to use this bullish period as a strongest bearish period over here. If you guys remember, 15-minute bearish fair value gap. So market is extremely bullish. Okay, so it is bullish, 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 and finally it has built a tap to this gap. Just before tapping to this gap, whatever bullish gap it is going to build over here, when it will be violated, and then you are allowed to take the sell from that bullish gap. Same logic over here from this reclaimed bearish gap, sorry, bullish gap over here. So this is all I've done today. I think it's a good session. One loss for 30 handle with a bad setup, one profit with 138 handle with the best setup. I guess this is awesome. And if you guys really get something from here, make sure you have pushed the like button. That's all I'm asking for. Okay, so just push the like button before leaving the stream. I highly appreciate if you do that. Thank you so much for that. No worries, man. I understand. No worries, man. Hey Daniel, thanks for that. The wizard cap, man. I'm the wizard. So yeah, my bias was wrong today. I was bullish because I was in no man's land. Even though this was extremely bearish market, I was not able to take the buy. I was never thinking this market will come over here. I was watching the bullish 3 PDRA from the quadrant level of the daily week. When it has been broken, the last bullish PDRA, simply switch the bias to bearish from the bullish. So switched it to bearish and frame the sell. At first, I miss all of this sell. I really don't know how did you guys take that sell over here. It is highly chasing market to me. I will never be able to take any short of sell. Even if I'm bearish, I won't be able to take the sell in this type of market. So I waited for this market to inverse and then tried to frame the sell. I hope it was a good learning session. Taking 30 handle loss with mitigating that 30 handle loss with 138 handle is a good deal. I hope so. So see you tomorrow or around the PM session. If I find something good around the PM session, we'll talk about that. But today's Friday. Make sure it's a mental capital preservation day. Don't overtrade. You'll end up with blowing account. So come back tomorrow. I hope it's gonna be the best decision to come on Monday to start trading again. Until the next time, cheers, guys.